Blessings. Yo, you know, the energy is to actually keep everyone on this whole separation of not only male, female, but masculine and feminine at the same time, where the masculine has to stay in his feminine energy and the feminine must stay in her masculine energy. It's like an 80s experiment all over again. Take the man out of the home and watch the woman fend for herself while offering all of the programs to help her. Meanwhile, they push the man out into the street and offer him all of the goodies of the street, at the same time, feeding him the poison ever so slowly because of his need to actually eat, sleep, and fucking be in peace. You know? It's like the drugs, the alcohol, the lust was all offered in the streets, while housing, food, electricity getting paid, your rent getting paid, all out for the middleman, you know? To be praised and hyped up as if the man being removed from the house was the greatest thing, to ever have. They put in the bitterness, they put in the spitefulness because of an experiment. They needed to see what and who was stronger, the feminine energy or the masculine. So when the feminine has to walk in her masculine energy and they push the masculine into their feminine energy, it was supposed to be a balance of the two, to make them both more resilient and more endurance and more strong, strength in them in order to endure the experiment of the mind, whereas the body is overtaken to go in the ways that the system created them to be. They created everybody to be a bot, yet we all have a choice to be human or not, right? And those that got stuck on the levels of what's out there are still on the sidewalk, hoping that they could get into the same buildings that was offered by the middleman, Meanwhile, the feminine was already targeted, trafficked, abused, and used, and toyed with in order to get these past the middleman. A good amount was already trailed around, passed around in order to get, it's like you have to pay mind to the experimental experiments of those that experiment with you, because a good amount are still being studied. And how, from back then, they are still moving through life, because the experiment is supposed to have killed off a whole generation and continued on until the generation was wiped out, all because of the experiment. And now they have uses of energy, weapons, because everybody knows what energy is now. You're walking in it. You choose what you want to be and what energy you want to walk in. Yet they created these weapons to not only confuse the mind, but confuse the people around you, to activate the bots around you, to put those experiments back onto you, to study you, to see what you would do with the downloads from back when. This is where research comes in, and resources on what happened and how did we get here type shit. Because a friend of a friend of a friend really is never a friend to anybody, let alone a friend to themselves, Most people will sit up there and look and see, but they really won't say shit. Therefore, everything in experiments and studies continue. A good amount of people are actually paid to be that bot in order for those experiments to continue, in order for those studies to keep on studying you. Pay mind to those around you, because a good amount of your friends is a bot that never wants to take accountability for the destruction that they caused around you. A good amount of people that are set here are set forth to make sure that you never get anywhere. Pay mind to the words, the tones, and the verbiage. Think about it. Know the most I got you. Have a good one. Bye.